So chances are if you clicked on this video, you are either looking to buy an FJ Cruiser or don't even know what an FJ Cruiser is and trying to figure it out. Right now, in this video, I'm just going to talk about 8 or 9 different things that I would look for if trying to buy an FJ Cruiser right now, today, here in 2024. So let's get into it. So the very first thing that I would check and make sure is they made these FJ Cruisers in 4-wheel drive and 2-wheel drive. I'd make sure you get a 4-wheel drive one, even if you think you'll never use it. There's just, if you do need it, it's worth it. And there's so many of them that are 4-wheel drive and there's less of them that are 2-wheel drive. So I'd just make sure you have the 4-wheel drive. And ideally, if you're looking into getting one of these, you're thinking about off-roading it maybe a little bit. So, or at least camping or something. So it's always good to have that. And then with that, the second one is it came with options from the factory to have a rear diff locker and then an A-Trac system, which is Toyota's kind of crawl control, what Jeep has. I'd make sure these have them. It's not a deal breaker, especially if you know you're not going to off-road it a whole lot, but I would definitely make sure here that I have both of those. So if you have one or the other, I've heard that you can insert it so it's wired up to already have it. You just need to buy the button. I had A-Trac. I had to buy the rear diff locker, or opposite. I had the rear diff locker. I needed to buy the A-Trac button, but it works just fine. So, and since I off-road it, this is definitely worth it for me. The next big thing that I would really check for is these can be prone to leaking because it comes with a roof rack on top. So they'll leak right at the point. So here, about midsection, so over here. If you get on the outside, you can see even more. So it hooks up here in the midsection and in the rear. This is an upgraded roof rack, but even stock ones come with a regular roof rack. So just make sure it's not leaking. It's just a pain in the butt. You got to pull off the whole headliner, get to them, seal them up. It's just a pain. It's not an end of the world. I would fix it if you can get it for a good deal, but if you don't want to mess with that, I would definitely pay attention to those things. If you know you have an FJ with the options you want, it's 4-wheel drive, the next biggest thing is to check the frame. These are known for rusting out. You need to check it. So, I mean, all the way from the very beginning of the frame up here at the bumper, going all the way back, but specifically right under here, this whole frame under here, it's just known for rusting out. Get under there, check, get a screwdriver, stab it. If it feels soft, don't get it. It's not worth it. There's no FJ that's worth the frame rust. So if it has a compromised frame, you can't do anything with it. So do your due diligence, check it, ask about it, and just make sure you got a good frame, because from there you can fix anything else. But the bad frame, it's just not worth it. Is just wait until you find a better FJ. Something very unique to the FJ is just these trim pieces. These are known for the clips breaking in here. You can see even mine's a little loose. These clips will break on these things, and then when you go on the highway at high speeds, the wind will catch them and it'll just pull them right off. So here on either side, and then this trim piece right above here. So just double check it's on. Not a deal breaker at all, but you want to make sure those are on good. Negotiate down, but you just don't want to have those fly off right after you just bought it. So that'd be super annoying. And then another thing is just it's everyday use and wear, but tires. These tires are big, especially if you've never owned a bigger vehicle before. These are 32-inch tires that come from the factory. So it costs a lot to replace, especially if you're replacing the spare two. 5 tires are 32 inches a piece. It's a pretty spendy bill. So just make sure these tires are all good and worn, or not worn. And if they are, you can just negotiate down. It's a regular everyday thing, but just don't overpay for a vehicle and then 3 months later you have to go get brand new tires on it too. So definitely something to negotiate for, but those two things are big ones to watch out for in my opinion. So another thing to watch out for, specifically in earlier FJs, 2007, 2008, is something called like a Fender Bulge right in here. Mine was in a little bit of a wreck, so it's not a great example. Mine's a little crumpled right here, but they'll start cracking here in these fenders, and it's just something to watch out for. It's usually not huge. Even if you get it for a good deal, like it's not too concerning. You can go to someone and fix it, but definitely just something to watch out for if you're buying used and just see something like that. So most of these are not deal breakers. So 2 other things to watch out for is steering wheel shake. When I bought my FJ, the steering wheel shaked a lot. I thought it might just be like the regular steering wheel shake of the Toyota FJ Cruiser that it's sometimes known for, but mine was just bad tires. They were, I don't know if they were unbalanced, they were also just super worn. But I replaced the tires and mine went away. And I think most FJs don't have that steering wheel shake, so something's wrong if you're getting that when you test drive it. And then something along with that is there's been a lot of reports for FJs having a transmission shudder. Those are mostly in earlier models in like 2007s and then maybe in 2008s, but mostly 2007s. So just make sure you're not getting transmission shakes. You don't want to have to replace that transmission. Just go look at another FJ. So yeah, if you're brand new into buying FJs, there's definitely things I would stay away from. But these are all around really, really good cars. And you'll notice if you're doing your research that the earlier models have most of the problems. So mine's a 2007, that's the first model that they did. And then 2008 have less problems. And then once you get up in like the 13, 14s, they really have no issues. So no big issues at least. So hopefully that helps you if you're looking into buying an FJ or just trying to figure out what an FJ is if you've never seen one before. I really love it. It's the first big vehicle that I've owned, and I've started to get into a lot more like overlanding and off-roading type stuff. So if you did enjoy this video and want to see more about like me traveling, I want to make a lot more videos like that. You can subscribe. I already have a couple travel videos out, but thank you so much for watching.